but we just found one in sand, so let's go have a look, which is crazy. This one stands out, it's right there, so let's pick it out. Aussie Gem Hunter to Steve here. How we doing, guys? We're back underground, loving it, and just a little bit hot at the moment. We're going to head in a different direction. You know, last episode, 75 carats. 57 carats. I just weighed it up too. So 57 carats. Not as good as what we have been getting, and only one cutter. So we're really just chasing the thick part of that sapphire until they sort of run out. We're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. Now, we're going to head this way, and I'll show you that in a second. That's the direction we just finished in. That's the direction we're going to head. So we've basically just taken a left-hand turn. We did this a couple of 4 or 5 episodes ago. We dug a big section out of there, the biggest bench I've ever done. I thought, oh, I'm going to go super well because the sapphires will continue. I believe they do, but we'll need to go one more that way. But when we were picking up 300 and 400 caraters, you know, here, 150 caraters and good wash, it'd be mad for me just to keep on going in that direction. We're going to go one in this direction, and especially when I've got a bit of extra time. Today's a day where I've just finished that wash nice and early, and we did well. So it's only like 1:30, and if I blast out a bit of wash today, I'll have a bigger bench to do on the next one. So, you know, fingers crossed we can get more sapphire. But I'm off to work also, so I've got to balance everything. And it's for the people that want to know, the people that have been asking, I'm actually an electrician on a mine site, so I look after drag lines, big dirt munching machines. So we're going to get into the next dig. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, bench is all done. It's the next day. Let's rip into the wash. It's drive out day for me today. I've got to drive to work. And so, yeah, we've got to rip into this thing. I've got good feels, but I'll show you what I've done. That's the wash that we're going to get at. And you can see the shovel there for a little bit of scale. Not very high at all. It's only sort of below my knee level. We did go a lot deeper this time, so that's around about 1 metre in, but we went shorter on the actual. It's only 2 shovels, which is around about 18, you know, about 2 metres there. So, you know, it's deep, and I wanted to test in towards there to see whether the ground that's coming up like that continues to come up, and then therefore, you know, I'll make a decision to go extra wide and then extra distance that way until we have, like, whether it's a ridge or a plateau, we still need to go that way, and that's the last dig that we had was that way. But, you know, we just didn't really score that big, and it could have just been the ground, you know, because we didn't take enough this way. So we have to go one more that way to make sure that that's petered out. But it looks pretty good, and I don't think it has. But it's this way that we're going today. And look, if I find anything, you guys are going to be straight back. Otherwise, I'm just going to sweat down here by myself. See you shortly, hopefully. Okay, we've got a bit of an issue with the pulp processing plant. I'll explain it. It's a bit of a weird one. and then we'll do a little bit of a fix, hopefully. That's my up and over bucket. We put the material into there, push the button, and it should go up to there. But what's been happening is there's a run capacitor and a start capacitor. The start capacitor rotates the motor and helps it move before the run capacitor takes over and then just pulls it up. And it's supposed to be in a split second. But what's happening is we've got a problem with that start capacitor, and it's not providing enough charge for the run capacitor then to take over. And it should happen like in a blink of an eye, but it's not. So what we're doing is we push this little button right here and you just go with the motor, and then that's it. That doesn't move anywhere. So I'm going to show you my little jerry rig, and then normally what happens is after a couple of runs the cable gets a little bit looser, and then if it gets a little bit looser the start capacitor doesn't really need to work anymore. But we've got to get this cable a little bit looser. It's loose at the moment, but it's not loose enough to take, you know, like a couple of kilos of up force or a couple of mil of travel. Yeah, and like I said before, we just basically trying to get the cable to have a couple little mils worth of travel. So I put a rock underneath there, you know, and then it's going to give me the couple of mil that I need to put a full bucket in. And then over time, like a couple, 2 or 3 runs, there's plenty of slack in the line. Whew. Okay guys, I've almost done the whole entire bench, found absolutely nothing so far, haven't been able to turn the camera on and think, oh that's it, but we just found one in sand, so let's go have a look, which is crazy. This one stands out, it's right there, so let's pick it out. Oh, it's fairly flat. Anyway, let's just see what it looks like. Let's try that again. Oh, it's a bit shattered. It's got colour. Oh, we'll let it go. Yeah, it's very hard to pick up on camera, but it's shattered. But yeah, it's a beautiful piece. The colour's amazing. I'll try and take that away from the camera, get you in a bit. So look at that, colour's gorgeous. But it's shattered. You can see all the cracks in it. You should be able to see the cracks there. You can see that big groove there and the 2 other on the side. But that's unreal colour. Anyway, we found one. One will be upstairs at least anyway. It's another day of digging hard. Not much, but you know, that popped out, so who knows? So we get upstairs and have a look. Okay, we've had a bit of devastation. Phone tripped out because it was too hot, so the phone just pretty much cooked. So I didn't get any footage of me looking through the pulsator. That's not a big deal. Let's have a look at the sapphires. It wasn't that great. You didn't miss anything crazy, so let's have a look at these sapphires, hey? That's the spinel and that's the sapphire. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's just, it's too hot. Way too hot. I'm not quite sure what today's weight is, not weight, temperature is, but it's cooking out there, really is. Yeah, it's pretty much 2 o'clock, and I'm running extremely late, but I did a full clean out of the pulsator, that's why these little ones are there, and pretty much had to save the day, to save my bacon weight wise. So that spot's not that great. I thought we'd get a lot more out of 25 wheelbarrows. We got 135 carats. Still a good take, don't get me wrong. But from what I've been getting, that spot might be done, which is a real disappointment. But before we do, let's just check out what we got today and what I think's going to cut. Alrighty, let's go for This one here, 8.9 carats. So still alright, 8.9 carats is a good stone. Let's have a look at it though. It does have some issues. It is the right colour. But you can see this. It'll need a heat treatment. See how it's a bit foggy? It needs some heat treatment. I'll try and get the light away from it. There are one or two cracks. See, there's a crack right there. So I might be able to get one out of the top piece. If it gets sort of sliced in that direction down that way, we'll get something out of this direction. But see, there's another crack just lounging about just there. And you can see it shining white back at you there. Yeah. Should be able to get something in this bottom section. But yeah, this is a real gamble stone, guys. I'm not quite sure what we're going to get out of it. But I mean, it's a gorgeous colour. Amazing colour. But that crack that you can see, that split there. Let's get you a little bit closer so you can see. That split runs right through, I believe. I might only go to there. And then we might get that section there out of it, because there's a crack just there. We can orientate that and get that section through there. Interesting. This one is probably cut to something. You know, or the back piece here looks pretty clean. You know, that back section here looks pretty clean. You know, nice little emerald this way. Will probably be the go, to be quite honest. That way we get rid of all that junk there. Still not a bad colour. But I'd like to keep some of that yellow that's, you can see, bouncing green back in there. Anyway, this is a bit of a gamble stone. Needs a heap of heat. And the heat, all it does is clear that smokiness out of it. It'll make the clarity of the stone much, much better. So yeah, heat first, then we'll have another look at it. We'll see how we go from there. Fingers crossed we get something nice out of it. So yeah, only stone that really performed today. There is one other one. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Now it's on carats. That's why it didn't make sense, you goon. Yeah, 4.8 carats, 4.7. And this is a star sapphire. There's a bronze hue to it. So you can see that bronze flicker back at you, hopefully. Let's take you in for a closer look. It's kind of hard to see the bronze, but this has got a really nice bronze top to it. But there's a couple of cracks here. You can see it's black, but it actually does have a beautiful bronze to it. Anyway, I can see it, but the camera's not picking it up. Yeah, but that's the only two today. 3 big days. We did get a lot of stone on the first day this week, or this trip at least anyway. So that's a couple of episodes ago. Hopefully this will go okay. And then in the last one, that trillion, it's getting cut right at the moment, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, excited for what this one will turn out like. I'm pretty sure we've got a good stone, but hang on a couple of seconds and you'll find out right about now. Rightio, so these are the 3 sapphires that I almost lost. Took about a month and a half. 35 days to get to me from when they were supposed to get here. And look at that. I mean, it's getting close to Australia Day, and that is just Australia Day colours.
Let's go from right to left. I'll show you the rough first, then I'll show you the cut version so you know what's going on. This is that one from the same episode.
This is one on the right hand side, a beautiful little stone. Not little, it's 1.03, 1.02. You know, it's a gorgeous stone, look at that.
absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, and that's what came out of that slightly
onto the next one, which is the middle one.
We did get it heated,
and this turned into
so
that beautiful green gold, Australian sapphire.
Well,
it's obviously blue, and you do see flashes of that blue. So yeah, we really had to dig into this stone, like I'm going to say in about a second, to really pull out the majestic stone it is now.
Okay, so we really had to dig inside that piece to get this almost 2 carats, 1.93. So almost to get to this 2 carat in there, we dug pretty much internally into that stone. You can see the blue just playing on the surface and see all the yellow underneath it. So it's just got bands of blue with this gorgeous yellow back, so it looks like that teal, but you can see the yellow just shining back at you. So yeah, from that big 17 carat piece or whatever it was to this, absolutely beautiful. And you can see that that bottom culet is just all yellow and just has a little hint of blue on the top. And sometimes you see blue, sometimes you see green, sometimes you see teal. This is a banger of a stone.
I've got a bit of a brain explosion in my head. Don't know where this came from.
Yeah, love it.
It's definitely a stone, and it's definitely one of mine.
Absolutely love it.
I have bubkus of an idea of where this came from, so just enjoy it. It's a great looking stone. Happy Australia Day.
That deep, so you can see that deep blue just firing in the bottom of the stone. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning. You know, very happy. This is 1.83 carats. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, just gorgeous stone. Yeah, and if you could say this is like a beautiful ocean blue, just firing back that nature straight back at you. Pretty bloody good.